Hey there, it's Fight here with a review of WP Leads Machine. Now, I saw this advertised as, it's the ultimate thing for generating leads on autopilot without doing anything, one click, and I already thought, help. So being curious, I clicked on it and watched the demo video, and I thought, I know this sexy Spanish accent, and it was Raul who's behind it. Now, if you don't know Raul, he was the coder behind Survey Snatcher, which we released many, many years ago. Anyway, the key thing is, Raul really is a fantastic coder and generates top-class software, and this is one of them. The idea behind it is very simple, and I'll show you. So, for example, I've just installed this here on my site, New York Marketing, as a quick test. Jeff Bezos nugget on brand strategy. Here we go. Here's the post. This, by the way, shows that Raul understands marketers and real people. When you click on here, within WordPress, I don't know why they've done that. Within WordPress, you press on any link and it opens up in the same tab. I mean, how stupid is that? Clearly, I want to stay in my dashboard. So Raul understands when you click on here, you want a new tab to open. So anyway, here's the post, okay? And then we go down and we go down, and then it says here, click here to get this post in PDF format. Alrighty. This text, by the way, is all configured by me. Here's my test email. Where should we send the PDF? Enter the email below. This is something I'm going to talk to Raul about, that we can configure the size of this. I want this to be bigger, so this whole box is a little bit bigger. Now, this depends a little bit on the CSS of your site. I've installed it on another site where it looks better. Here, for some reason, the CSS fiddles with it and makes it small, but I'm going to talk to Raul, and I already know he's going to fix it. And then send me the article in PDF format. Okay, I'm just going to make this into a 2, send it to me, and then you can either redirect to another page, or you just stay here, and there you go. I'm just going to stay on here. Thank you very much. Instead, I'm going to share this, because people now have that thing in their inbox, so I might as well get them to share. So anyway, that's the core point of this. Now I'm going to spare you the actual downloading of the bit. I'm going to show you straight what the result is. So here we go. It's not a one-to-one copy. He's doing a pretty good job. There are a couple of things that are not perfect. So here's the front page, and basically what's happening here is that this image appears whereas on this page it's not on here. Again, I'm going to figure out with Raul what that is and why it's happening. I know why it is. Okay, that's all good. I actually did that. I am responsible. You can configure this. Okay, this is the title, then this is the first picture. Thank you very much. And then here's all the content with the pictures in it and more picture. This, I believe, was an ad. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go and have a look here. Watch this. No, this is the problem. Okay, this is not the problem. It's one small problem. Again, I've raised this with Raul. He's going to fix it. Basically, here's a video, and what I asked him to do is, rather than put in the video, put a link to the video, at least if it's a YouTube video, because realistically, most people have YouTube videos, okay? So what you do is then you basically put the link in here, go and watch this, and everybody's happy. So whoever reads this thing has all the information they need. And so we go on and on and on, and then this is again something you could configure. This is where you read the original article. Now this thing here is basically, you can configure this. At the end, you finish with a strong solid call to action. I've configured this, and of course that's what you want to do. When you get people to download your articles, oh help, this one here, you want them to spread that PDF on your behalf and give it to, here, that's by the way the video, right? You want to give it to as many people as possible. This is, if it's good content, hey, this is automated viral marketing. So there you go. That is in a nutshell, what it is. I've tried to break it, and I've broke a couple of things, like you saw with the YouTube video, for example. Here is something that's really, really, really good, and that is this here. This article here, how to use Facebook advertising in 2018, is, it's mostly a YouTube video, and it suffers from the same problem. Let me show you over here. there's basically, that's what I've configured. That's the title of the page. And here's then my text. And what we see now is like, well, okay, something is missing here, right? The video is missing. So now you see why it should be in here. It should be at this point here before the big takeaway. The key point I'm trying to make here, or not trying, I'm making now, is that this page was designed in Thrive Architect. Because I had concerns like, is this going to work with content that looks horrible on the back end? Any of these page builders, they create code that is, frankly, ugly and unintelligible to a lot of tools, a lot of humans at least. And fortunately, Raul's thing manages to pull out the text just fine. So apart from the one video thing, it's actually pretty dang good. So the big summary of this whole thing. It is simple to set up. Let me see if I've got it here. So you've got leads, settings, autoresponders you can configure with these here. I'm using Aweber in the settings, and I can see how I configured all this. So, for example, you can have different display types. All this text you saw earlier is configured by me. The color of the button is configured by me. You can, instead of, if you don't want a button, you can also have just a normal piece of text. It's a link basically. The same down here, etc., etc., etc. So all of this is basically super configurable if you want email and name, but that's really, I don't think you should be asking for both for this kind of application where you just have someone go in and go, oh yeah, I'd like to have that in PDF. Email is just fine, and that's why I'm using, for example, the text. Where is it? Click here to get it. Where should I send the PDF? Enter your email below. That's it. Boom. Right. Where should I send it? Thank you very much, and that's all you need to know. Right. Back to this thing here. So basically, it is nicely configurable, and what I'm gonna look at is wherever the size of the box is. The opt-in box somewhere down here probably. I'm going to talk to Raul to make that configurable and bigger. Then this is where you want to display it. So for example, only on these posts or on all posts, on all pages, etc., etc. So super configurable, very nice. Email settings. The email, because it has a PDF attached, it's immediately sent out from your server using whatever that SMTP thing is. There's not a problem. There's a problem with one of my sites. One of my sites where I tested it is based on a dodgy shared host, and as a result, a lot of those emails come from or get flagged as spammy. It's a dodgy shared HostGator account, and as a result, you end up with a situation where emails come from or are flagged as spam. That's why I am setting up this thing, sending it out with this thing, and also signing people up with Aweber, putting them on a list. And now when they sign up, I immediately send out an email from Aweber saying, hey, by the way, for some reason or another, when you send out attachment and you don't have a previous relationship, they may end up in the spam folder. Please go look there, and that's it. It's nothing wrong with the plugin. It's just the way it is. Anything that comes from a shared host, that's the way it is. For my other side, it should work just fine. So there you go. That's it. So my take, if you have a site with a blog, get it, because it adds an extra value to your customers. If you want this in PDF format, cool. And I've seen other PDF tools, but then they were kind of manual. You had to go in and do this on a manual basis, and that's all very well, but this is if you have a big blog post and you just want to get this content out quickly, do it, because then what you can do is you go back into your stats. I've only just installed it and fiddled around with it. You can start looking, okay, which of these posts actually get a lot of downloads? And then you go in and say, right, this particular post over here, loads of downloads. I'm going to go in and create not the auto-generated version, but a really, really nicely formatted with like extra special introduction and extra special call to action at the end. So there you go. That's my take on this tool. I like it. I like it very much. And if you have a blog, especially with lots of content, you go and give this a go. Cheers. Bye.